Good morning and welcome back to Spurs Latest. I am your host, as always, Trip Graham. So happy to have you here today. We got so much to recap from Monday's night's game. We got Spurs tonight. Let's get it started with last night's games because they were great. They were great, and we got a lot to recap because first off, the Magic now take a 3-1 series lead over the number Pistons. So last number one seed to lose was the Milwaukee Bucks to the Miami Heat. And now the Pistons are very in danger of being exposed right now of being a fraud number one seed. And that's what it really looks like. They have not been able to get shooting done at all this series. Cade Cunningham is off. All their second guys are really not working for them. And they they are struggling. They're struggling in almost every single facet of the game. And I didn't watch the entire game, looked over more of the stats, but I did watch the last couple minutes. And the Pistons have a hard time scoring the ball. When Cade Cunningham is not working, it's really hard for them to get going. And that was very evident last night. In those last few minutes, I mean, they couldn't get a single ball in the net. It was really, really embarrassing. Even they were given a few gimmies at the end of the game to even try to cut down the score. To try to get in a free throw battle, they couldn't get those in. So really bad game from the Pistons last night. And it looks like they're going to be exposed as they are down in the series 3-1. Magic take another one at home now. They go back to Detroit. Now, let's see if the Magic can get it done. Down, they were, just a few weeks ago, the Magic were losing to the G League Celtics team. Now they are up 3-1 on the number one seed Pistons. Basketball changes quick. It is a free-flowing business, and pretty amazing that this turnaround for the Magic this late in the season. They were, I think, a few games away from having their entire staff, fired this offseason. I really think that they were going to make some big changes. And then this turnaround happened. So, NBA moves fast, and that's what makes it so fun. So, other things last night. Number one, definitely the Magic. Unreal game by the Magic. They're not the best shooting team. They're really scrappy. A lot of their secondary guys are stepping up, other than Paolo Banchero. So, all right. Well, other things last night. OKC did finish the Suns off 4-0 to win that game. Thunder beat the Suns 131-122. OKC wins the series 4-0 over the Suns. So pretty easy. They made light work of the Suns. Devin Booker and Dillon Brooks really were no shot. So yeah, huge game for the Thunder. Go up 4-0 on the series, win the series, advance to the next round. So shout out Thunder. We'll see you down the line, Thunder. Absolutely, our Spurs will see you down the line. I know they're going to keep advancing. Wait till they play our Spurs. All right, well, next game is Timberwolves and Nuggets. The biggest thing, Jokic has been really off this series, and, they were really, this is the biggest gimme they have ever had. Anthony Edwards out for the series, most likely. And Jokic was able to get back to doing Jokic things last night. So, that's the biggest thing for them is Jokic able to do what he wants to do. The first 4 games in the series, it really hasn't been like that. And now that Anthony Edwards is out for the series, Timberwolves were up 3-1. I can totally see the Nuggets coming back and winning this series. So let's see if it happens. I'm really excited for the rest of the series because Nuggets were just given, the biggest gimme ever winning last night's game with Anthony Edwards out. Let's see if the Timberwolves can respond. because it's going to be tough for the Timberwolves now with Anthony Edwards out, most likely for the entire rest of the series. But we will see. That's one of the biggest things I am looking for in these playoffs is what's Anthony Edwards' health like now. Obviously, Jokic is going to smell blood in the water when it comes to situations like this. Now it's 3-2. It's anyone's series. Only 2 games to win, 1 game to win for Timberwolves. I'm very interested in seeing how this plays out. Jokic has all the tools, obviously, to win this series. Denver, they've been really lackluster of what they want. I mean, if you were looking at the main pieces of this roster, it's the same roster that won the championship. Jamal Murray, Jokic, and Aaron Gordon, Bruce Bowen as well. It's pretty much the same roster, same main guys that won this championship a few years ago. And yeah, now they really have to find who they are themselves, have to battle back against the Timberwolves, down 3-2. It's going to be tough, but if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Jokic, especially with Anthony Edwards out. Excuse me. That's my alarm. Got to make sure that's off. So, yes, that's the biggest thing in this series. Is Jokic going to continue being Jokic? Or are the Timberwolves going to be able to close out the series and hopefully get Anthony Edwards back next series? We will see. So really love this series. Really love where it's going. This has become one of the best, I think rivalries in the sports. They've been playing each other almost every single season, it feels like. Really love this rivalry. And we'll see where this goes. This is really fun. All right. Next on my radar. So we talked about all last night's games. Let's get to tonight with our Spurs because that's what it's all about. Game 5 tonight. Let's see it. So I have a few stats that I wanted to bring in, but it is, it's closeout time. It's absolutely closeout time. We have all the utilities that we need to win this series. Timberwolves and Nuggets are deadlocked like that. We are up that 3-1 now, and the Trailblazers do not look like they have a. Let's see if they have a punch back because I don't feel like they have another punch back now. So we can secure the series with this Game 5 win. Just looking at the lines. I mean, we're definitely heavily favored by 11.5. But don't let that fool you. A closeout game is never going to be that easy. I really think that Portland is going to take their best shot. Denny Avita, he's a great shooter. Averaged 24 points this season, so I really want to see what he can do. Donovan Clingan has to do a really good job against, obviously, our Wemby. So Wemby, I'm looking for all the defense. Really, really need all those blocks again. Over 7 blocks last game. Keep that up. And, really stifle their offense from starting. So Denny Avita, looking to get him shut down. Looking for Wemby to shut him down. That's my biggest key to the game is getting Avita shut down early. Make Drew Holiday a primary scorer when he wants to be a ball distributor. Make him a primary scorer for them. Make Scoot Henderson shoot the ball. He's not very confident in his shot. So make Scoot Henderson shoot the ball. Make Donovan Clingan really uncomfortable in the post with Wemby. Now, those are the biggest keys of the game that I am looking for. We will see. Well, that is the first game tonight. Really looking forward to that. Other games tonight is Atlanta and New York. This series is tied 2-2, and I've been saying, I think this series is going 7. I am rooting for Atlanta. New York has obviously been the betting favorite in this series. Atlanta's been able to define the odds. New York is favored by 6.5 tonight. I'm absolutely taking Atlanta on a bet tonight. I think those are good odds in terms of lines. 6.5. We'll get some, payback on Atlanta putting that bet down. I really do think that they're going to win tonight in New York. I do think Atlanta likes playing in New York at Madison Square Garden, and I really do think that all stems from the Trae Young thing. I think that has been able to rub off on the team. So shout out Trae Young. I know he's doing well in Washington where he wants to be, but the Atlanta team is doing really, really well at this point. So yeah, looking forward to that game tonight. Gonna be watching all the NBA games. We'll be doing all recaps for you tomorrow morning. And then lastly, tonight, the Boston Celtics can also close out a series against Philadelphia. Embiid coming back has been a non-factor for, Philadelphia, so we will see if they're able to bounce back. But it looks like that offense for Philadelphia is a lot more free-flowing when it was just Maxey and Edgecombe without Embiid. I think Embiid really brings that team down, to be honest. But we will see. And let's see if Embiid can have a bounce back game. I just don't think that his points are that effective. I don't think that his style of game, contributes to winning basketball. So let's see if Tyrese Maxey can step it up for the 76ers tonight as the Boston Celtics take them on. I'm really looking forward to that game as well. So, yeah, really, really good night of basketball tonight. And let's see. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get going into night 2. Let's get going. All right. Well, last night it was also announced that Cooper Flag did win Rookie of the Year. And he puts himself on a long list of legends winning Rookie of the Year. One of the youngest Rookie of the Year ever. One of the youngest players in the league this year. Absolutely. So shout out Cooper Flag. He joins the long list. I just kind of wanted to look at past Rookie of the Years, and, we have the last two in Stephon Castle and Wemby. So it's pretty cool that, we have been drafting the last 2 Rookie of the Years in a row. Stephon Castle absolutely deserving of it last year, with the Wemby obviously the runaway favorite in 23-24. So shout out Cooper Flag. Comes, another great year. Another great, pickup from the Mavericks, along with Luka Doncic and, obviously Dirk Nowitzki. So shout out to Cooper Flag. That's really, really awesome for him. We will see where his career goes, but I think it's going to be a very great career for him. So shout out Cooper Flag. Give him all his flowers. He really deserves it. And, great season from from Cooper Flag. So that's all I got to say. We got a lot of basketball being played tonight. One thing I do want to talk about is that, movies obviously one of my loves, and so some movies on my radar. I told you guys that I did watch Marty Supreme the other night. Didn't hit as hard as I thought it was going to be. It was alright, but it was way more chaotic than I anticipated. The storyline wasn't there. The actors were awesome. The cameos were awesome. I just really wish that the storyline was more cohesive and there was, I guess, more payoff in the end. I know, it didn't feel like really rewarding. That's really what it did not feel. The next movie I definitely want to say, I just kind of put a lot of sci-fi movies that I'm looking forward to this year, specifically sci-fi. There's a lot of other, serious movies I'm looking forward to, but I'm a huge sci-fi person. These are movies I'm looking forward to. Number 1 next month. Number 1 is definitely Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm looking forward to that. Love those two together. And it's going to be a really good movie. I know the TV spots have been looking a little brutal, but I think that this movie is going to be really good. And hopefully they can fix those color corrections. So, really looking forward to Mandalorian and Grogu next month. And then some, summer blockbusters that are coming out is obviously The Odyssey and Spider-Man. Can't wait for both those. Tom Holland's in both of those. And then everybody check out the trailer for Clayface. That movie looks absolutely insane. Heard it's going to be an absolute horror movie, so that's going to be insane. Really looking forward to that. That's all I have from Spurs Latest today. Thank you for joining. We got a lot more recap tomorrow when the Spurs hopefully close out this series. So I'll catch you in the next one. Go Spurs, go. and let's get it going for Tuesday night playoffs.